Hey everybody, hope you're doing well this Tuesday. It's rainy outside. It's yucky and gross, but it's all good because hopefully most of us are working inside, right? But hey, we are putting out a video for Unit 25, Session 4. This week we're going to be talking about Jesus raising Lazarus. Now, I know last Sunday a lot of people taught this lesson. The dates that are on here don't follow those dates. Those dates we're actually a week behind those dates, and so it's okay. It's totally cool if you did, but here's how we're gonna fix that. So you should have a packet that kind of has like the contents. I don't know, that might be backwards for you, or it might flip it. I'm not sure how this camera thing works, but anyways, you should have. We've done 3 weeks of Sunday school, so there's 4 sessions in Unit 25. So whichever one you have not done yet, do this Sunday. And there's a video up for all 4 of these. So like say you've done session 1, 2, and 4. This week you would do session 3. Jesus teaches difficult truths. Or if you've done sessions 2, 3, and 4, but you didn't do Jesus tells the kingdom of the parables, go back and do that one. So that way next week, the October 11th, we can all start on Unit 26 together. So that'll also be in the email blast for this week for Sunday school teachers, but I just wanted to clarify that. So this video will be for Jesus raising Lazarus, but you may have already taught that. So this week you may, if you want to now, and if you've already taught that, you can click off of this and go find the video for whichever lesson you've yet to teach, if that makes sense. But if you have stayed with in order here, we're going to do Jesus raises Lazarus, and you can't look at this story and not be a little puzzled, right? I mean, it's one of the oddest stories in Scripture. It's one of the most triumphant and victorious stories in Scripture because you have a dead guy that comes back to life. Jesus tells him to get up, and he gets up. Like that's pretty amazing. But I think the peculiar part about this is the background and what's gone into the story before Jesus got there. You see, Lazarus was sick, and they had told him that he was sick, and they known Jesus had the power to heal. His sisters, Mary and Martha, knew that he had the power to heal, but Jesus, upon hearing this, he didn't go immediately there, right? He waits a couple days and then goes. By that point, Lazarus was already dead. And they'd already buried him. Like he was dead. It wasn't like they could sit there and do CPR on him. He was dead, right? By the time Jesus gets there. And there's a lot of things we see in this story, a lot of ways you can teach this, a lot of points you can draw out from it. But I just want to focus on 2 essential truths that I think we see here that I don't think we can miss when we talk about this story. So these are some 2 main ideas that we see in this story of Jesus raising Lazarus. The first is obviously we see a picture of Jesus's power over death. He has power over sin and death. And what's amazing about this, what's incredible about this story is that this is like, I mean, if you're talking about the top act, like we all understand dead is dead. Living is living. You can't make something dead alive in your own strength, in your own power. Nobody should be able to do that. But Jesus does. And that gives us confidence knowing that like not even death can stop him from accomplishing his purposes. Not even death can stop him from being glorified in these situations, right? And we have hope, and that's how Jesus was able to conquer the cross, right? Like he was dead. Make no mistake, Jesus Christ was dead medically and physically on the cross. Like he was dead. And then he rose again because he's our God, and that's what our God does. But secondly, we see the promise of a bodily resurrection. And a lot of people, for some reason, jump past this. We see this as insignificant. God's promise to you, if you put your trust in him, is that, yes, your soul will be saved, right? You get to go to heaven one day. But one thing we forget about is that Jesus is going to raise us up in the last day. So our bodies, like we're going to get restored and renewed bodies. Now, I don't know how all that's going to work. I don't know if we're all going to be like bodybuilding looking people, or if we're going to just like, if it's just going to be us, but like if we just look different. But what we do know is we will have a restored physical body that is free from anxiety, that's free from stress, that's free from worry, that's free from pain and sickness, and most of all, death, right? God's promise to you when you put your trust in him is not only will he save your soul, but one day you're going to get that restored body. And as we get older, and as we live more life, and we begin to feel the reality that, hey, this body is frail, and it does grow weak, and it does grow weary. The good news of that becomes all the more. The significance of that truth becomes just more and more exciting. So thank you guys for listening to this. I hope it helps prepare you a bit for this Sunday. Again, use your guides. There's a lot of really good stuff in here, but I know you guys are going to do a great job, and we will see you this Sunday. Thank you, guys.